Hello friends, welcome to the SLANG show, Some Learning and No Gyan. Here in this show, CEOs, CXOs, CMOs come and talk to you about their professional journey that they have never spoken about. So see the CMOs and CEOs and CXOs from a different angle altogether. Today's guest is Bhuvana. Ms. Bhuvana Subramanyan is a seasoned marketeer, more than 2 decades in marketing. She was Chief Marketing Officer at Randstad, and she has spent more than a decade at IBM and worked at prestigious organizations like TNT India and Aptech. Bhuvana, along the way, has done many things in marketing, absolutely accomplished marketeer. She speaks at various forums. She goes to various management institutes for guest lectures. So here she is, up, right, and in front of you. So without much ado, we'll get straight into the SLANG show and we'll grill Bhuvana a little bit tonight.
Thank you so much, Prasun, for having me. And what a wonderful name for this show, and Some Learning and No Gyan. It's my pleasure to be on your show.
Thanks a lot, Bhuvana. So the audiences of this show are aspiring marketeers, aspiring business leaders of tomorrow. And while they keep hearing us, they keep seeing us through the lens of media, through at various forums and all, where we speak quite seriously about many topics and we debate and discuss things. The idea here is to really give them a sense of the journey that we go through in a very light-hearted manner, and therefore no gyan, but filled with learnings. Right. All right. So, Bhuvana, I'm going to turn the pyramid upside down. I ask you for a 60-second elevator pitch for my audiences. What would that be?
I hope you're not clocking me, but I will definitely start with, my name is Bhuvana Subramanyan, and I'm a student of botany actually, and management by education. So I know like the science and art of it. I've been a marketeer at heart in the function for the past 27 years, Prasun. I'm currently consulting with a few companies. I'm on a short break. And prior to that, I have held marketing leadership positions across Randstad, IBM, Aptech, Brandcom, and Vijay TV, in fact. Customer centricity is a passion, and I love to drive outcome-driven initiatives wherever I work. During weekends, this is something that I focus on speaking to guests for my podcast that features India's top brand creators and CMOs, and I call it Marketing the Untold Story, and this runs on avaz.com. And this is, as you mentioned, to talk about marketing and the untold stories by the CMOs. I'm on a continuous learning path. I also love to teach students of marketing in colleges and premium institutes. I'm passionate about the environment and initiatives around women enablement, and I also mentor at least about 5 young women every year.
Wonderful. So, guys, as you heard her, she runs a podcast, and do check out that podcast on avaz.com. Marketing the Untold Story. Very interesting. So, Bhuvana, your 27 years of career marketing. If my audiences have to know about 3 milestones that you can recall that really shaped who you are and how you became what you became, what would those be?
As I recall, this is recent, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. A client who's kept in touch with me recently thanked me for the guidance I provided. When he launched his new product, I had kind of almost forgotten about this client, but he thanked, and that's like kind of a very proud moment for me. Yeah. And there have been times where I've been the most non-tech person in the room, Prasun, but I was able to provide the necessary guidance and in fact help on a CSR project that was later implemented by a different government, not in India, outside of India. And definitely every marketer's dream is to become a CMO, and that's definitely one of my biggest career milestones that I can share with everyone.
Yeah, so as you speak about this client, tell me, in our career, we all come across various situations, and markets, business situations, or people, in fact, who make us pause, think, wonder, and add value to our journey as well. In your career, do you recall any such situation or anyone who really gave you an experience that you would wish our viewers would know?
Yeah, I think there have been lots of learning, and things had to be learned on the job, learned by observation, and then you kind of excelled in it or you failed in it, but you learned constantly, and that's been my journey, right? That has kept me going as well. And in fact, as I said, it's not just the hard aspect. Hard aspects are actually easier to learn. The skills, the job, right? And how do you deal with it? Those were really easy. In fact, early in my career, I had to deal with a boss who was a nasty person, and I had to navigate through the system to report his behavior, which I did. And that was kind of a wake up moment for me, that the reality of a work situation, right? That's when I woke up to the softer aspects of a job. Otherwise, I was just heads down doing my job, going about it. But then you start dealing with different kinds of people.
Right.
And those are those, challenges that actually make you a person, make you human. Right? Those 27 years of work is on one side, but you're also human beyond that work. You're making friends at work, in fact, right? So, and then you're also working with them at the same time. So you have to have that neat balance, as I call it, in your professional journey, and you tackle it.
Wonderful. I think one important point that you made was that situation where you faced, a very, very difficult boss. What's the learning you would want, to really talk to them about? How should they navigate these kind of situations really?
I think first of all, it's always better to have a direct conversation, so that you really have a grip of the actual situation. Sometimes it's just perceptions, right? Sometimes you miss out, you're thinking too much, you're overthinking the situation, and you miss out on time, and therefore you're not able to take the necessary action, and never bow down to a bully.
I think that's a wonderful learning that we are talking about here, which is to really stand up to the situation and have direct conversation, face the situation in the eye rather than running away from it. So since we're talking about that, Bhuvana, all of us know and have gone through this much as in life, in our career as well, in our professional life as well. Not everything goes as per plan, right? And it is said that failure is the stepping stone to success.
Yeah.
We get setbacks in our campaigns, we get setbacks in our projects, and so on and so forth, right? What would be some of those experiences that you would want our audiences to learn from?
Prasun, I think all of us go through failures, and failure is definitely, as you say, a stepping stone to success. And if you've not failed, then you've done nothing in life. I think that's what the saying goes, right? But it's how you view failure. It's how you behave after you fail that counts. Like, to also dust yourself, get up, and then start looking at what really is your value. I'll give you my own example, right? I was a great individual contributor for a longest time. But I mean, your growth happens only when you move from an individual contributor to handling teams, right? And I failed initially. Initially, because I assumed that everyone would be as dedicated and as focused, and like they didn't have commitments, and I was wrong, right? It took me some time to actually take a step back, talk to some of my mentors, understand how this whole thing works, and it took me some time to even adjust to different personalities and bring out the best in them. And now some of my team members I'm talking long ago, when I took up this managerial position, I was actually started putting those right in front of me as to how I could handle each person, break it down, right? And then start bringing the team together.
From your experience, what are some of the lessons that you would want our audiences to understand how to navigate such situations? Because it's not always easy, as you rightly said, right? So how should they prepare themselves? What should they do?
See, setbacks are part of life. First, understand that, right? And ask for feedback from people who will tell you the truth. Don't go to yes people, right? That's not going to help you at all in your life. And this is across your journey. It doesn't matter how old you are and how big you are. Don't surround yourself with yes people. Be ready for truth bombs, right? Acknowledge and move on from the setback, as I said now, but don't repeat mistakes.
Wonderful. Some of the learnings that are coming out here is very, very clear. Stand up, to the situation, tackle situation directly. Don't get bullied down. Work with people and find your feet. Learn as much as possible. Start contributing, giving back. Some of these things, they sound also easy, but they're not as easy when you're in a situation. So I think, pearls of wisdom from Bhuvana, for our viewers to really understand how to navigate their professional career as they move forward. Bhuvana, you have been a career marketer, so we can't let you go without talking about some of marketing things, right? Tell me some of your favorite brands and campaigns.
Right, the Volkswagen ad on car accidents, I think that's brilliant, and I think I really love that location broadcaster that they're using. So I like, me by now, Prasun, I know I love the technology plus the creativity. I love the Dove campaign. They show photographs of people on billboards, so not supermodels from beauty ads, but regular people of all ages, shapes, and sizes. Because beauty industry is known to kind of be either
typecast women.
Yeah, either drive inclusion or not, right? So I really am behind that cause. So I love that. The one Indian ad I really love is the Truecaller one, which is the recent one. Buri Neend Wale, Tera Call Lal.
Correct.
Tongue twister, but that's what it is. It brings out the people who hide behind and have a nice front but are trolls or spammers. It's definitely a much needed product in today's world and much needed awareness created by that advertisement. But I think 5-star beats it all for me, right? The recent one, takeover marketing, was brilliant. And
who are some of the people that you have admired along the way in your 27 years of career? Who have inspired you? And what is it that you would want to tell our viewers about them?
My mom is definitely one source of inspiration for me. Prasun, she keeps at it, whatever may be the situation, whatever she does. Other than that, I have a few mentors who played a key role in my life, and that's something I always tell youngsters as well. Get your mentors, right? And I'm saying this in plural, right? Always have multiple mentors, not just one. Because for me, they have shown me the mirror when they needed to and have patted my back when I did well. So you need that goading as well as encouragement that comes from mentors, and they not only guided me at work but on personal front as well, in terms of building my networking capabilities, financial intelligence, right, health sometimes, and so on and so forth. So for me, it has been good to have more than one mentor at any given point in time who can guide you on different aspects of your life.
Developing mentors and nurturing them is very important.
You can have mentors, you can have sponsors, you can have guides. Whatever label you give them, you need at least one or two of them in your life.
That's very important, and that's a very, very crucial learning as one moves upwards and onwards in one's professional journey. Nothing can be achieved alone. As much as success is a teamwork, I think a successful professional journey also requires someone to show you the light and for you to walk that path, right? And that's a wonderful learning, I think, for our youngsters to go through. Some rapid fire stuff, right? If you have to describe yourself in 5 words, what would those be?
Say I'm inquisitive, accountable, objective, innovative, and decisive.
3 business leaders that you look up to.
Definitely Shiv Kumar. I really adore him. I love the way he's very down to earth, very well connected, and also keeps sharing, right? I really love that. Paul Dupuy, who is my ex-boss in Randstad, he's a ball of energy, and he keeps at it. Okay, he's still playing ice hockey. And he also gives back to the society. I'm also a fan of Tim Cook because of the brand.
Yeah.
Definitely the most valuable brand in the world.
Correct.
I think he's also pretty bold and has kept the brand going, after everything.
That wasn't an easy mandate that he got.
It's not. Yeah. So those 3.
Wonderful. So thanks a lot, Bhuvana. Thanks a lot for coming and having a chat, with our young audiences. I think a lot of learning that has come out from today's interaction, and our youngsters would definitely get benefited out of this learning. This is it for this episode of the SLANG Show. We'll come back again with another guest, and we'll talk about their professional journey and get some learning out of that. Thank you very much for watching the show.